half past, almost half past 7 in Lisbon, day 25, 1923 to be more exactly. I have someone here, and I arrived to the square of the entrance. Some phantom play. Normally we don't see nothing, no, just noises and robbers and thieves and murder. And I just take this tablet away, sequestered there all my life in this infamy Nazi in Portugal and Europe, and was again connected. I get out of home, disconnected with the power. I did not connect anywhere on the tablet. And these fuckers still have illegal timers not found by the victims to connect. This fit or do not fit is a question, a metaphysical question on Oxá and the Moreiras Today episode. And the tabacaria, someone saying to, oh, this goes directly to the third floor or the third tower, third floor, something in the kind. What? What you profit to these guys? I've been in Central Coffee. Today I say, there's already internet. Yes, it was difficult. We have to insist with mail, twice or thrice times to come and so on it works. I connect it still appears as I gave the count, which is a proof of hostage communicational situation on the square of a slavery and attempt of murder crime with torture. That when I create apparently a blog again, not far away, there appears two with different names, Paul Forte, my first and last name, and Paul Miguel, two pronouns and a name Forte. And I say, it's already, you have twice an alias of a blog that I've just created now after the impeachment without any answer, who is a criminal and is a appropriation of robbery and identity and works of life entire. There's no answers for Google also, as I also include today on some dates. Then I connect to the public Wi-Fi on the coffee. Appears these two blogs. The first one, Paul Fort, doesn't go nowhere but appears, and not appears, for instance, Paul Miguel Fort. That's strange, as a church engine that respect the law, fuckers! Who arrest so immediately these fuckers. Primeiro point. And then when I enter the blog, it seems what I saw first, I suppose this was the time to communicate it with an intermediary veil, all was a little bit out of focus, namely the manuscript blades that I have yesterday published one by one, do the technical crimes of impeachment and the Nazi slavery and robbery and torture and murder. And after a while I see it with the expectable definition. And this is a gentle way to say someone, an angel passing through that. Oh, we know that they are redirecting here for the third tower or the third floor of the third tower, something in the kind. This goes directly to them or whatever who are there. Oxá, second episode concerning the payment of the soap, the palmolive. I arrived there and this, when he enters, makes spring. I'm strange. I said to the lady and I explained the situation that the cashier did not accept the payment and she comes with me to get another equal to the one that I've mine. So when you go to the cash, you pay and you let the servant there, which I have done. To pay €1 is less than €1, I suppose, 0.99 or something in the kind. Answers to the difference of measures by infrared systems on networks of packets that people buy and what appears on the invoice, for instance. And other crimes? No answers. This is done only for me? I suppose not. This is a general terrorism act against all the states and citizens in many countries to propitiate robbers, namely. Where are justice by the courts? I've shown this afternoon the resultants of my rusty aspect of Here and on the toilet where I have some problems already on some parts to dry. I don't know if they have entered or put something inside the WC yesterday night, whatever, because they do these sounds apparently with water for periods that have no logical justification of use of toilet. Well, for many years. And I showed these, and these recall IKEA is not a firm from this country of highly developed of north of Europe, where they want to put childs on jails from 13 years. Sometimes in a while, babies will not be born and will be already in prisons. In this Nazi emergent reality, each time worse. It's not from them, from Sweden. You know why? Because some years ago I gave this account, I found this pattern rusty. This is a pattern that I started to develop and used and created for my company installations in factory terms when I was having a 500 meters square place with studio and so on. And it appears some polybars and whatever, furniture of toilet. Oh, it's an innocent term concerning qualified vandalisms, tsunamis, and even some aspects apparently connected with other killings like Arçakis in Turkey, 2005, 25,000 deaths and so on. Small tales. And they have this pattern on these polybars. Who have robbed, who have gained, who have made the illegal commerce. These are the real facts and motivations of the maintenance of a slavery, of a robber of a son, which from one do not know nothing if it's the life or death. There are peoples who are in these gangsters political associations in Europe doing this kind of commerce concerning what the slaves create in terms of what is possible to use in industrial commercial terms. This is the reality, sirs. Arrest them and inquire. Even the art that we produce, photos, the draws, has used many times to create or incorporate in some economical products that circulates all around the world, or Europe at least, which says very clear what are the motivations of these political European Nazi directories, as I'm giving the account. Who arrest them? Who have made the business? They have stole from me or by some intermediary here that steals my bank of image and my artistical production in the field of images. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, when I have the answers concerning the situation of infamy that runs against me in this country, the return and respect integral of my human rights, laws, constitutional chart rights and duties, and respect of property and privacy, when this will happen, fucker, say I the lost image that I have saw about Montenegro, the more Nazi PM. So it seems a mitraillette. No, it was not a mitraillette. It was a hand over a hand like this. This is a very classical position for Easterns and shooting colds in repetition. It's a kind of mitraillette effect, but it's a cold. Then this fits even on the shadow that he is playing, this fucker, on this duel, whatever, that has been put on scene last year already in December before the atomic bomb and Macron and Breton, je ne sais pas quoi de qui de l'autre côté de l'Atlantique, etc. Vous savez, cette histoire de Morato, par exemple, dans cette source que je vous ai parlé de nouveau, ce ne sont pas des photos, ce sont des zooms, ils sont aussi des aspects du duel de John Wayne. Pas par des raisons que je vous ai expliquées, c'est factuel, c'est pas moi qui fais ces reviews à les années 80. Je me limite à regrouper les pistes de cet immense labyrinthe nazi et à les donner les sens quand possible. La réalité, ça c'est encore une justification sur le point de vue criminel. Pourquoi j'ai un Premier ministre ici qui se met à faire tous les jours dans les couvertures des journaux, notamment, comme ce que je viens de vous parler, faire des des fantaisies, des ombres, je ne sais pas quoi, sur des matières de cette nature. C'est raison suffisante pour lui demander l'admission et lui mettre en prison. J'insiste, et même pour les présidents. This is from Westerns, I cannot show it well. There's a way to harm quickly the dog. Then this and does like this and harm more quickly than the timber rolls. This is a classic image that all our generation knows by the Westerns, I suppose, fuckers. I have a prime minister playing this on the covers of newspaper. Reason to arrest him immediately. I entertain you devils with the exercise ad infinitum of the recapitulation of the facts memory, because Johnny Wayne was on the table again by California Matters, and the Boo as a Pneu, a tiro of a big car that childs used some large decades ago on beaches, by a clip that Antonio, my partner, has done on the group, and the music calls Johnny Wayne. And this mingles Africa to South Africa, because he was living in Youth Africa, in Angola, and then when the war started, many people from Angola goes to there, to Africa to South, and so on. But this is joined by these French fellows, the lady with this boo by the phone, the mushroom, atomic mushroom, and the opening the sort of a vault, namely among other teams. And this has acquired by this species disposal some facets developed, including the 9/11 fuckers. And before the bomb was this suggestion subliminal from Breton European Commission, like taking the call to shoot to the side, I suppose. What are we speaking here? In the sense that these figures, for instance, they are with the harm or a Canadian. This is C. Matters, California tragedy also, can be understood also as a tube of this very strange mystification done at the time of the second presidency, if I remember well, Obama still was Obama. And with a large echo here on the newspaper, 2 pages with technical draws almost, and very strange things that, for me at least, never been explained. The reason is the courts never answer all these questions. Why? Are these metaphysical play of shadows, Nazis all around the world? Fuckers. I suppose there are 11 persons dead on this accident on the California exploitation on the sea. And this goes back to questions apparently of love and life after death, and by Lars von Trier's movie. Who have the relation, the values, the construction, the objective, the purpose, and eventually the correspondence with a certain responsibility on the results of all this. This damage and sabotage. I have no more money this month to spend on works that I'm interrupted. I just can do small arrangements now because I still have some materials, but I cannot finish this. Thank you, fuckers, Nazis, slavery, peoples, torture and murders, including all the Portuguese high authorities of this infamous country for 20 years. By the way, I suppose still exist not only demons but angels, or demons more perverted trying to disguise as angels, because yesterday on this tablet here at home, once I've connected briefly to try to enter internet or something in the kind, it appears on the music, whatever application of Hawaii, a lot of songs that were disappeared. Namely, I was pleased because they returned one of the 3 or 4 themes that I have wrote, 15 minutes around each one, I suppose, if I remember well, to Japan recently by this construction autour de Shogun, just to put you on track. And there was this expo on Osaka, there was a lot of constructions, And this inspired me to play three teams that I have dedicado to Osaka, and do this beautifully of this series that I just know by the trailers, also full of shaders and manipulations, as I prove. All the days like this, even pieces of art like with Syria on civil war in Japan some centuries ago, this profit in this context of Nazi global Vietnam to build stories and narratives by crimes of adulteration fuckers. Someone has put this theme and other pianos, I suppose. I did not even see. Perhaps is a commerce, illegal commerce between gangsters, between both different groups of gangsters. We have these, we put on this tablet, we will say, oh, you start publish, then you steal, and we don't have the honors to be on suspicions to have first steal. Can be, fuckers. Angels and demons on realities without flesh is what the human life each time is more becoming and dying for this reason. And the compensation of the 4 and the 5 already cool machine as I start again to rewrite the document where I prove this with all the crimes to rob one more year of production. Because I'm impeached in practical terms, I demand an answer, a real answer that allows me to work, which means put the money of these 5 machines on my account that allows me to buy another one to entertain your damn fuckers. Of vandalism that runs free in 20 years on this crime of slavery and expoliation. As I show you again. I have arranged these, I go out, they've come here and open a crack, just already go there and kill the middle of this table. That's also, I put the coat and they make draws with a knife and with a similitude, because they have also done an opening like this on the middle, inside, beside, as I have already shown. It's amazing the metaphysical of this Nazi regime. Reasons enough to put them on jail for the rest of their life.